Did you know that Genghis Khan once used 1,000 cats and birds to conquer a city? Sounds like something out of a fairy tale, right? But it's not. This real and unusual episode from history reveals the sheer cunning and creativity that made Genghis Khan one of the most formidable conquerors in history. Stick around as we unravel the bizarre and fascinating story of how animals became an essential part of Mongol warfare. Throughout his reign, Genghis Khan was known for his unmatched military prowess. He forged the largest contiguous empire in history, stretching from Eastern Europe to the Far East. However, this wasn't just due to the strength of his warriors, but also because of his innovative and often unconventional military tactics. In today's video, we'll dive into one of his most unusual strategies, the time he used 1,000 cats and birds to help conquer a city, illustrating how Genghis Khan's mastery of psychological warfare and creative thinking helped him triumph over seemingly insurmountable obstacles. To understand how such a strange tactic came about, we need to set the stage. By the early 13th century, the Mongols had already earned a reputation as fierce and ruthless warriors. Their army was highly mobile, with expert horsemen capable of covering vast distances. However, this dominance wasn't just built on brute force. Genghis Khan's campaigns were characterized by adaptability, intelligence gathering, and a keen understanding of psychological warfare. Warfare during this period was brutal, and sieging cities posed a unique challenge. Mongol horse archers were unparalleled in open-field battles, but fortified cities with tall walls and well-supplied defenders were a different story. In these situations, traditional tactics could stall, and long sieges were costly both in time and resources. So, Genghis Khan knew that outwitting his enemies was often more effective than trying to overpower them directly. One notable example of Mongol ingenuity took place during the Siege of Samarkand. In 1220, Samarkand, a major city in what is now Uzbekistan, was one of the wealthiest and most well-defended cities of the Khwarezmian Empire. Despite the strength of his forces, Genghis Khan faced the daunting challenge of taking the city, which boasted heavily fortified walls and a large defending army. But Genghis Khan was no stranger to overcoming difficult odds. He employed various tactics, from fake retreats to luring enemy forces out of their defenses. However, what really caught historians' attention was the extraordinary use of cats and birds to bring the defenders to their knees. During the siege, Genghis Khan sent a message to the city's leaders, offering to spare their lives if they would surrender. As a token of their submission, all he asked for was 1,000 cats and 10,000 birds from the city. The defenders, believing this to be a strange yet harmless demand, obliged. After all, what harm could come from giving away animals? But Genghis Khan had a clever plan. Once he received the cats and birds, his soldiers tied small pieces of cloth to their tails. These cloths were set on fire, and the animals were released back into the city. Terrified and in pain, the cats and birds fled to the only place they knew as home, the city. As they ran and flew into Samarkand, the flaming cloths set the city ablaze. Fires broke out across the city, causing chaos and confusion among the defenders. In the panic, the Mongol army seized the opportunity to launch a coordinated attack. The fires weakened the city's defenses, as the defenders were too preoccupied with the flames and chaos. The Mongols capitalized on the confusion, breaking through the walls and taking Samarkand in one of the most ingenious and unorthodox military maneuvers in history. This story is not just about the use of animals. It showcases the psychological warfare that Genghis Khan was known for. The city's defenders likely thought they were being clever by agreeing to the unusual demand for cats and birds, never realizing that they were playing right into Genghis Khan's hands. It's a testament to his ability to outthink his enemies at every turn. This tactic also demonstrates his understanding of how to use fear and confusion to his advantage. When faced with cities that were difficult to breach, Genghis Khan often resorted to deception and psychological pressure. By spreading rumors, staging false retreats, or, as we've seen, setting cities on fire with animals, he would instill fear in the hearts of his enemies, making them easier to conquer. The story of the cats and birds is just one of many examples of Genghis Khan's innovative approach to warfare. He was a master of using deception. The Mongols would sometimes feign retreat during a battle, only to turn around and ambush their pursuing enemies. This tactic was used to devastating effect in numerous battles. Another favorite trick was the use of fake camps and false troop movements to trick their enemies into thinking they were facing a larger force than they actually were. The Mongols were also skilled at gathering intelligence. They used spies to infiltrate enemy cities, learn about their weaknesses, and report back with valuable information. This, combined with their speed and mobility, allowed the Mongols to plan their attacks with precision. The conquest of Samarkand was a key victory for Genghis Khan, but it was only one chapter in his broader campaign to build the Mongol Empire. His ability to think outside the box, as demonstrated by the use of cats and birds, is one of the many reasons his empire became so vast and enduring. His legacy as a brilliant military strategist continues to be studied by historians and military experts today. While the story of the cats and birds might seem strange, it highlights an essential truth. Genghis Khan understood that warfare was not just about brute force. It was about outsmarting your opponent. His ability to adapt to any situation and use whatever resources were available to him, no matter how unconventional, is what set him apart as one of the greatest military leaders in history. Genghis Khan's use of 1,000 cats and birds to conquer Samarkand is a prime example of the importance of creativity and adaptability in warfare. It's also a reminder that sometimes the most surprising solutions are the most effective. From his innovative tactics to his psychological warfare, Genghis Khan's military genius remains unparalleled. If you enjoyed this fascinating slice of history, don't forget to like this video, leave a comment below, and subscribe for more amazing stories from the past. Be sure to check out our other videos on the incredible and unexpected ways history has shaped the world we live in today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.